The party's a bust. I'm 3 drinks in, and the room's spinning like a carnival ride. Why'd I let Lisa drag me here? I need another drink. You look about as thrilled as I feel. A voice cuts through the noise. I turn, nearly spilling my drink. Tall, dark-haired guy, chipped tooth when he smiles. That obvious, huh? I manage. He leans in. I'm Alec. Wanna ditch this shit show? My heart races. Is he? No, don't assume. Jordan, I say. And God, yes. We slip out, the cold air sobering. Alec lights a cigarette, offers me one. I declare. So Jordan, what's your poison? He asks, smoke curling from his lips. Words, I say. I'm a writer. You? Series of grins, colors. I paint. Starving artist, huh? We walk, talk. Hours pass like minutes. The countdown starts. Fuck it, Alec says, pulling me close. His lips meet mine as fireworks explode overhead. I'm screwed. 2 months of radio silence. 2 months of replaying the kiss in my head. I'd given up hope of seeing Alec again when, shit, I stumble, knocking over a display of fancy pens. Whoa, easy there, a familiar voice says. I look up, chipped tooth, Alec. My heart does a somersault. Alec, what are you? For buying supplies. He grins, gesturing at his paint-splattered shirt. You. Come by my. I fumble with the pens. Same, writer, remember? He helps me clean up, our hands brushing. Electricity. Listen, I start, my mouth dry. I've been thinking. Drinks, he cuts in. Tonight? I blink. Yeah, sure. Great, he says, scribbling his number on a receipt. Text me. He's gone before I can respond. I stare at the number, my mind racing. Later at the bar, Alec's already there. 2 beers waiting. So he says, leaning in close. Why'd you ghost me? I choke on my beer. Me? I thought you... He laughs. Guess we both fucked up, huh? Sees the tension breaks. We talk, laugh, flirt. It's easy, like New Year's never ended. I've got a gallery showing next week, Alec says suddenly. Come. I hesitate. I don't know much about art. He grins, that chipped tooth grin. I'll teach you. As we leave, he pulls me close. This kiss is different, hungry, promising. I'm in trouble. The good kind. Alec's gallery showing is packed. I feel out of place until I spot him across the room. He beelines towards me, 2 champagne flutes in hand. You came, he grins, handing me a glass. Wouldn't miss it, I say, taking a sip to calm my nerves. So, teach me about art. He laughs, leading me to a vibrant sunset painting. This is my favorite. What do you see? I squint. Orange. Look closer, he whispers, his breath warm on my ear. See how the colors blend. That's life. Messy, beautiful. I turn to him, our faces inches apart. Yeah, I see it. We spend the night like that, him explaining, me listening. It's intoxicating. Weeks fly by. We're inseparable. Concerts, art shows, lazy Sundays in bed. One night, sprawled on his couch, Alec asks, what are you always scribbling in that notebook? I hesitate. It's my novel. Well, attempts at one. Can I read it? It's not ready, I say quickly. Maybe when it's done. He nods, but I see the hurt flash in his eyes. Later, tangled in his sheets, Alec traces patterns on my skin. Move in with me, he murmurs. My heart skips. What? Move in. We practically live together anyway. I think about my cramped apartment, my struggling writing career. I don't know if I can afford. He silences me with a kiss. We'll figure it out, together. I nod, ignoring the nagging voice in my head. What if it doesn't work out? What if he sees how much of a mess I really am? But as Alec pulls me closer, I push the doubts away. This feels right. This feels like home. Little did I know, home was about to get a lot more complicated. That's the last box, Alec grunts, dropping it in the middle of our loft. I survey the chaos around us, my life condensed into cardboard boxes, mingling with Alec's artsy clutter. It's surreal. Having second thoughts, Alec asks, a hint of worry in his voice. I force a smile. No, just overwhelmed. He wraps his arms around me from behind. We've got this. It's you and me now. I lean into him, trying to believe it. Unpacking is a minefield. Every item sparks a debate. Do we really need 3 coffee makers? Alec asks, eyebrow raised. You don't understand. Each one has a purpose, I defend. He laughs, but I see the eye roll. Later, I'm arranging my books when Alec calls out, Jordan, where should I put your writing stuff? My stomach drops. Just leave it. I'll deal with it later. Harry appears in the doorway, frowning. You okay? You've been weird about your writing lately. I'm fine, I snap. Just tired. Alec holds up his hands. Okay, just asking. That night, lying in bed, Alec traces patterns on my back. You know you can talk to me, right? About anything. Or turn to face him. I know. It's just moving in together. It's a big step. Regretting it already, he teases, but I hear the uncertainty. No, I say quickly. It's perfect. You're perfect. He kisses me deep and slow. As things heat up, I push my doubts aside. This is what I want. This is where I belong. But as Alec falls asleep, his arm draped over me, I stare at the ceiling. The boxes loom in the darkness, a reminder of all I've left behind, of all that could go wrong. I close my eyes, willing sleep to come. Tomorrow, I'll write. Tomorrow, I'll prove I belong here. For tomorrow, everything will be perfect. Right? Weeks fly by in a blur of domesticity. We settle into a routine, our lives intertwining like the roots of two trees growing together. Babe, have you seen my blue paintbrush? Alec calls from his studio corner. I look up from my laptop, words still dancing behind my eyes. Check the kitchen. You were painting fruit yesterday, remember? He pops his head around the corner, grinning. What would I do without you? Starve, probably. I tease, getting up to start dinner. As I chop vegetables, Alec wraps his arms around me from behind, nuzzling my neck. How's the writing going? Tense slightly. It's going. How's your new piece coming along? He sighs, releasing me, stuck. The gallery wants something fresh for the upcoming show. I turn to face him. You'll figure it out. You always do. We eat dinner on the couch, legs tangled together, some reality show playing in the background. It's comfortable. We should have people over, Alec says suddenly. Show off our place. I hesitate. I don't know. It's still a bit messy. Come on, it'll be fun. Just a few friends. I nod, not wanting to disappoint him. Okay, sure. The party is in full swing. Our loft is filled with Alec's artsy friends, all loud laughter and animated discussions about color theory and brush techniques. I hover near the snacks, feeling out of place. A guy I vaguely recognize approaches. So you're the writer, right? What do you write? I stammer, but Alec swoops in, saving me. He's working on a novel, he announces proudly. It's brilliant. I force a smile, ignoring the panic rising in my chest. Brilliant? He hasn't even read it. Later, as we clean up, Alec says, that wasn't so bad, was it? I shrug. Your friends are. Interesting. He laughs. They loved you, especially when you started quoting Hemingway. I cringe, remembering my tipsy literary rant. God, I'm sorry about that. Don't be, he says, pulling me close. It was cute. You're cute. As we fall into bed, exhausted but happy, I can't shake the feeling that something's off. Like I'm playing a part in someone else's life. But Alec's arm is warm around me, his breathing steady. This is real, I tell myself. I just need to believe it. Winter creeps in, bringing with it a chill that seeps into more than just our bones. I'm staring at my laptop, the cursor blinking mockingly on a blank page, when Alec bursts in. Fuck, he slams the door, making me jump. What's wrong? I ask, closing my laptop guiltily. He runs a hand through his hair, agitated. The gallery, the cutting back hours, said something about winter slump. My stomach drops. How bad? Half my usual hours, he says, collapsing onto the couch. How the hell are we going to make rent? I swallow hard. I could try to pick up some freelance work. Alec looks at me, hope and doubt warring in his eyes. I thought you were focusing on your novel. I am, but I trail off, the weight of my unwritten pages hanging between us. He nods, not meeting my eyes. Yeah, okay, thanks. Days blur together. Alec's out more, hustling for commissions. I'm glued to my laptop, churning out mindless content for online magazines. The novel gathers dust in the corner of my mind. One night, I come home late from a mind-numbing shift at a local cafe. My latest attempt at Alec's waiting up, a bottle of cheap wine open on the coffee table. Hey, he says, his smile not quite reaching his eyes. Thought we could use a drink. I collapse next to him, gratefully accepting a glass. God, yes. We drink in silence for a while, the weight of unsaid words pressing down on us. Finally, Alex speaks. I sold a painting today. I perk up. That's great. How much? He winces. Barely enough to cover this week's groceries. First, my face falls. Oh, yeah, he takes a long swig of wine. Oh, I reach for his hand. We'll figure it out. We always do, right? He squeezes back, but his eyes are distant. Sure. Later in bed, Alex's back is to me, a chasm of inches feeling like miles. I stare at the ceiling, my mind racing. Is this what we've become? Two struggling artists, drowning separately in the same small space. I turn to look at Alex's sleeping form. In the dim light, I can almost pretend we're back at the beginning, young, in love, full of promise. But the harsh reality of unpaid bills and unfulfilled dreams presses in, suffocating. I close my eyes, willing sleep to come. Tomorrow I'll write. Tomorrow we'll talk. Tomorrow we'll find a way to bridge this growing. But tomorrow has to be better, doesn't it? The gap between us grows, a chasm widening with each passing day. Our loft, once a sanctuary, now feels like a prison of unfulfilled dreams and mounting bills. I'm hunched over my laptop, forcing out words for a mind-numbing article about the top 10 must-have kitchen gadgets when Alec breezes by. Going out, he mumbles, not meeting my eyes. I look up, startled. Again, it's Tuesday. He shrugs, already halfway out the door, networking. Gotta hustle, right? The door clicks, shut before I can respond. I stare at the empty space where he stood, a familiar ache settling in my chest. Hours pass. The article is finished, but Alec's still not home. I try his cell. Straight to voicemail. Hey, I say, hating the tremor in my voice. Just checking in. Call me when you can. It's 3 when he finally stumbles in, reeking of cheap booze and cigarettes. Where were you? I ask, my voice tight. He squints at me, swaying slightly. Out, told you. Work 9 hours. He waves a dismissive hand, lost track of time. Some guys from the gallery wanted to grab drinks, and you couldn't call? Jesus, Jordan, he snaps. What are you, my mother? The words hit like a slap. I recoil, hurt and anger warring inside me. Forget it, I mutter, retreating to the bedroom. Alec doesn't follow. Days pass. We orbit each other like wary planets, never quite colliding. The silence in the loft is deafening. One evening, I find Alec staring at a blank canvas, paintbrush limp in his hand. You okay? I venture. He doesn't look at me. Fine. I hesitate, then press on. Maybe we could do something together this weekend. It's been a while since... I can't, he cuts me off. Got a commission, gotta work. Right, I say, deflating, of course. I retreat to my corner, open my laptop. The cursor blinks accusingly on the empty document of my novel. I haven't written a word in weeks. That night, lying in bed, Alec's back to me as usual. I whisper, do you still love me? There's a long pause. Then, sure, of course. The words hang in the air, hollow and unconvincing. I turn away, tears pricking my eyes. This isn't us. This can't be us. Where did we go wrong? As sleep finally claims me, one thought echoes in my mind. Something's gotta give, and soon. Little did I know, soon was just around the corner, waiting to blindside us both. 2 years. It hits me like a ton of bricks as I stare at the calendar. 2 years since that fateful New Year's Eve kiss. How did we get here? I make a decision. One last shot to save us. I drain our meager savings and book a table at that fancy restaurant Alec once mentioned. The one with the view of the city he wanted to paint. All day I'm a bundle of nerves. I clean the loft, top to bottom. Find that shirt, Alec said, brought out my eyes. Even dust off my novel notes, determined to show him I haven't given up. 7 p.m. I'm at the restaurant, fidgeting with the tablecloth. The maitre d' me sympathetically. Another glass of water, sir. I shake my head, check my phone. No messages. 7:30 p.m. I order a bottle of wine. Might as well. 8 p.m. The waiter hovers, menu in hand. Perhaps your guest is running late. I force a smile. Traffic, probably. 9 p.m. The bottle's empty. So's the table across from me. I call Alec, straight to voicemail. Again. Hey, I slur slightly. It's me. It's our anniversary. I'm at Ches Michael, that place you wanted to try. I thought maybe we could. Anyway, I'm here if you want to come. 10 p.m. The pitying looks are too much. I pay the bill. There goes next month's rent, and stumble out into the cold. Our loft is dark when I get back. No, Alec. Sink onto the couch, head in my hands. What was I thinking? That a fancy dinner could fix months of growing apart. That we could go back to those early days of passion and promise. The door creaks open. Alec stumbles in, reeking of paint and whiskey. Where have you been? I ask, hating how small my voice sounds. She blinks, surprised to see me. Studio. Lost track of time. It's our anniversary, I say. Her freezes. Shit. Jordan, I cut him off. Just don't. We stare at each other across the room, strangers in our own home. I can't do this anymore, I whisper. Alec nods slowly. Yeah, me neither. The silence stretches between us, filled with all the words we never said, all the dreams that never came true. Finally, Alec speaks. So what now? I look around the loft, at the mingled artifacts of our life together, at the man I thought I'd spend forever with. Now I say standing up, I leave. As I start packing a bag, I realize this isn't the end I expected, but maybe it's the end we need. For tomorrow, I'll figure out the rest. Tonight, I just need to breathe. The sun's barely up, but I'm already wide awake. My eyes are gritty from a night of no sleep, staring at the ceiling, reliving every moment of our relationship. Alex passed out on the couch. He didn't try to stop me when I started packing last night. Just watched, silent, as I stuffed clothes into a duffel bag. I moved quietly through the loft, gathering the pieces of myself I'd scattered over the past 2 years. My favorite mug, the dog-eared copy of Hemingway that Alec gave me on our first date, the notebook filled with fragments of my unfinished novel. My hand hovers over a framed photo of us, taken at his first big gallery opening. We're laughing, champagne glasses in hand, eyes only for each other. I leave it face down on the shelf. In the kitchen, I scribble a note. Like we tried, but we failed. Our fire's burnt out. It's time for me to go. I'll never forget your love. I hope you'll think of me too one day. For now, I must depart for both our sanities to remain intact. Jordan. Replace it on the counter, held down by the key to the loft. It feels final, real. As I zip up my bag, a floorboard creaks. I turn to see Alec, disheveled and bleary-eyed, watching me from the bedroom doorway. So that's it? He asks, voice rough with sleep and emotion. I nod, not trusting myself to speak. First, he runs a hand through his hair, a gesture so familiar, it makes my heart ache. Where will you go? Lisa's, for now, I manage. I'll get the rest of my stuff later. Alec nods, eyes darting around the room, landing anywhere but on me. I'm sorry, he says finally, for last night, for everything. Me too, I whisper. We stand there, the weight of 2 years and 1,000 unspoken words hanging between us. Finally, I hoist my bag onto my shoulder. I should go. Alex steps aside, giving me a clear path to the door. As I pass him, I catch a whiff of his scent, paint and coffee, and something uniquely him. For a moment, I waver. But then I remember the lonely dinners, the growing silences, the dreams that withered in the shadow of reality. I keep walking. At the door, I turn back one last time. Alex still standing there, looking lost in his own home. Goodbye, Alec, I say softly. He nods, a sad smile flickering across his face. Goodbye, Jordan. The door clicks shut behind me. In the hallway, I lean against the wall, letting out a shaky breath. It's over, really over. As I step out into the crisp morning air, a strange mix of grief and relief washes over me. The future stretches out, uncertain and terrifying and exhilarating all at once. I hail a cab, give Lisa's address. As the city scrolls by, I realize this is the first day of my new life. Time to start writing my own story again. Weeks blur into months. Lisa's couch becomes my bed, her spare room, my makeshift office. I'm grateful, but this limbo can't last forever. One morning, I wake up with purpose thrumming through my veins. Time to face the music. I'm going to get the rest of my stuff today, I tell Lisa over coffee. She eyes me carefully. Want me to come with? I shake my head. This is something I need to do alone. The walk to our Alex loft feels like a journey through time. Every street corner holds a memory. Our first kiss, that time we got caught in the rain, the night we decided to move in together. I take a deep breath and knock on the door. No answer. I use my key one last time. First, the loft is different, eerily tidy. My books are boxed up neatly by the door. Alex's paintings, once scattered everywhere, are gone. The walls are bare. Brace as I gather my things, a piece of paper flutters to the floor. It's a sketch, me, sleeping, a soft smile on my face. On the back, Alex's messy scrawl, "The night I knew I loved you." My throat tightens. I pocket the sketch. A noise startles me. Alex there, paint splattered as always. "Hey," he says, awkward. I thought you'd come when I was out." "Sorry, I can go." "No, it's okay." He gestures to the boxes. "Need help carrying these down?" We work in silence, the weight of unsaid words hanging between us. As we load the last box into the taxi, Alex speaks. "I sold some paintings, big commission." He pauses. "I'm moving. Fresh start." A nod, a bittersweet feeling washing over me. "That's great, Alec, really." He smiles, small but genuine. "How's the novel coming?" "It's coming." Finally, I surprise myself with a laugh. Turns out heartbreak is great inspiration. Alec chuckles. "Glad some good came out of it." We stand there, the ghosts of our past swirling around us. Finally, I extend my hand. "Take care of yourself, Alec." He takes it, then pulls me into a brief hug. "You too, Jordan." As the taxi pulls away, I watch Alec's figure grow smaller in the rearview mirror. The city stretches out before me, full of possibilities. Back at Lisa's, I open my laptop. The cursor blinks on a blank page, but this time, words flow freely. Our story pours out. The passion, the pain, the lessons learned. Hours pass. As I type the final sentence, I realize this isn't just an ending, it's a beginning. I think back to that New Year's Eve 2 years ago. The me who met Alec that night couldn't have imagined this outcome. But maybe that's okay. We loved, we lost, we grew. As I save the document, snapshots of an imperfect love, I feel lighter. Our relationship might be over, but our story, well, that will live forever. I close my laptop and look out the window, the sun setting, painting the sky in brilliant hues. Somewhere out there, Alex probably capturing this moment on canvas. In me, I'm writing my next chapter, solo this time, but stronger for having loved and lost. After all, isn't that what life's all about?